Hi, welcome my Sri Lankan political show Behind the Scene, my latest episode. Before starting the show, I want to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Today on the show, we're going to talk about not so much about usual topics. We're going to talk about Sri Lankan cricket. Now, this is not a sports show, but cricket has become a political factor, literally, in the last decade or so. It's politics. Everything in the sport of cricket is politics. And that's what we're going to discuss about today. So now let's get started. Now, Sri Lanka is one of the top 10 prime cricketing nations. We got test status way back in the 1980s, and ever since then we have been a strong, performing team. But there's one thing that's often kept us free. Politics have not been involved in cricket for a very long time. But once politics started entering cricket, it started destroying cricket itself. Let me put it this way. If politicians influence with the selection of a playing squad for a World Cup or something, well, how is that going to look? It's going to look bad. That's why there are selectors for that job. And a cricket board should not be mostly about political agenda. It should be about focus on the sport. It should not be about politics. But these days, cricket boards, their SLC is all about politics. And funny fact is that even the top people running the sport is not seen to be very knowledgeable about it enough. They keep making decisions that's puzzling. That is something to deeply consider. And this is the thing. Sri Lankan cricket is one of the flagship sports of this country. One of the flagship sports. We are not at the moment doing well athletics or such that. Cricket is our only premier sport at the moment that we can do good and get international recognition for our success. Remember, this is a country that once had one of the greatest players in the world. Right now, a player's selection is more unjustified than anything else. These days, people say if a player is dropped, it might be a politician who did it. And that's what that needs to change in the sport. If this continues, our cricket team won't be much left. And politics should be left where politics should be. Sports and politics are not a good combination. And we have wonderful lessons of that. Like in Zimbabwe. Like Mugabe, Zimbabwe in the mid-2000s. How badly that went. The cricket became utterly destroyed to itself. Now, we don't even know what Zimbabwe is. Before Sri Lanka becomes another Zimbabwe, let's hope, and I do hope, that the people who run the sport will not further politicize the sport. If we do, we are surely in there. Let's hope it does not. So, thank you very much for joining me on the show. Hit the like button and subscribe to my show.